Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to what number is this? I'm trying to think. Um, Perhaps 19, something like that. Not too sure to be honest. But today we're going to go over Getline and the Getline function. What this is going to pertain to is strings, and if you don't remember, in order to use a string, we need to hash include a string, and a string basically just holds a whole string of characters. I think before we did name, so if we want the user to enter a name, we would use a string, and then we can see out the name. Therefore, we can see what the user enters, right? Go ahead and do that. So we're going to put George. There we go. Now notice if I do more than one word. Let's say I do blah, 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 blah. Only the first word comes up. So string, when we cin, it's just going to get until the space, until that string or that string of characters reaches a space. So how are we able to get more than that? What if there are spaces and we want to get that whole entire, maybe it's a sentence, maybe it's a few words, whatever. So what we can do is actually use the getLine function. So to use it, we simply put getLine, and then the parameters being the first one is how are you going to input it? We're going to use cin, comma, and then the second parameter being where is it going to be stored? So we see this iStream, which is going to be cin because it's an input stream, and the second one is the string name, and I'm going to put name because that is what we named our string. So now, if I see out name, and we try this, and we put more than one word with some spaces, so let's put ASDF, blah, 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 more of that, it gets both of those. So that's pretty cool. Now we can get until the user hits enter. So keep typing until the user hits enter, and that'll be the whole line, get line, until a new line. So that is how we can easily use getLine. Now another way you can use getLine when we learn how to read in from a file, we can put that here instead of cin, but since cin is all we know, that's what we're going to use. Now another thing you can use getLine is there's a secret third parameter if you want to use it. So the third parameter, default, remember it ends, it stops getting what the user is typing until it hits enter. Now let's say you want it to be something other than enter. Let's say we want it to stop at the comma of the user's input. Let me just show you. Maybe it's a little confusing. So let's say the user types some stuff, we put a comma, let's actually put it here, not that it matters, type some more stuff, we hit enter. Notice it stops right at the comma because that is what the third parameter denotes. So default, if we don't have a parameter here, it's just going to end at the enter or at the end of the line. You can make this whatever character you want, so let's make it a B. We have to end this. Build it again real quick. So let's put A space A CCC B. There. We see it ends at the first instance of B. Now, if there are multiple B's, it's just going to be the first one. So B, blah, 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 B. There we go. It's just going to be the first instance of B. It doesn't matter how many are after it. The first one it sees, that's where it stops. So that is simply the getLine function. So if you want to put more than maybe one word into a string, that is, I think, the simplest way to do so. And if you want it to stop somewhere specific, you can always use the third parameter. If not, just forget it's even there. Okay? So, pretty cool. And I hope you guys enjoyed.